It's here for my Mindamina Massy and Fambra, your channel. You so. Message set notification button or turning on now subscribe to the any update to be on Sabeka. No, I share. I may be beer. I come. A branch of Mangy Break, you could see in some cacra. Echoes.
Well, first of all, a member council, Yami, Fire, Yamabishayako, Utu for Etune, Mahine, Ebusapini or Baye, I'm going to do the Manrana. Yenia, I will say, Yanti, Ebema, Ebusia Yako, Yama, Ankolani, Yako, Zameto, Asantewa, Nami Kimati. I'm morning Yako. So yeah, all the years I remember, after I got very close to President Wallace before he passed almost 5 years ago. Yeah, Madam, when you find Madam. Yes, we began Kita Woody Sonko. On the 25th of March this year, it's International Women's Day. So I did an article. I just decided that, look, let me eulogize Madam for International Women's Day, especially for this year, 2025, and mark it the 30th year of the UN conference in Beijing. For women's empowerment worldwide. And the role that the 31st December Women's Movement played. So I did the article. It was published in the Daily Graphic, and many other portals carried same. And I remember sending her the link because we used to chat a lot. And Koku, God bless you for remembering me and remembering the role that I played and I was able to play. It looks like some people have forgotten. But God bless you, Koku, for remembering me and for remembering leaders who have served this nation within your time. Yet one day, people will remember you and honor you. And so, Obi, for me, yesterday afternoon, around 1:15 when I got wind of it, luckily, can I say luckily? So, incidentally, I happened to be around the Ridge neighborhood. So, it wasn't difficult for me to just hit. I went first to the 31st office. Okay. No VNU, of course. Then I went to President Wallace's office at Ridge and I found my brother Kobna Ando. And then the family was there, so we were able to then put heads together. Things happened. Subsequently, the media was addressed. And so for me, I remember her from the perspective of the article that I wrote. And what was the article about? It was International Women's Day. And America. So growing up in 79, in Burma camp as a boy, school boy, subsequently 31st December Women's Movement. Now, if you hear educational system from the days of Nkrumah up to today, we've had various forms of free education. Every state former was on government bursary. Nkrumah had a scholarship scheme, other people have the scholarship schemes. President Akufo-Addo came free education. But if you look at Madam 31st December Women's Movement and what they brought at the base of child care, and it's a 31st Women's Daycare Centers, and markets, very accessible to those who call a job and a pana for Banako 2 daycare center. Quality care, said the yes, very quality care that was given to children, and I'm sure today, if they gather as 31st December babies, mostly Jama Independence Square, we need about 4, 5, 6, and 7 as Uncle and Uncle. And so if you look at as a mother of that time, where she brought that empathic mother care from, that's very significant. So beyond the Beijing, all the glitz and glamour of the world, what she started here locally. And I remember the crusade. Send your girl child to school, send your girl child to school, send your girl child to school. Those days it was only GBC. Yeah. And that's all we could hear. Send your girl child to school, the crusade was going on. In Ghana, yes, teacher prize giving day, law school, University of Ghana. You see, man, the price is in Iran. There was an era in this country. First lady being a dumb. It shared that it pushed the agenda, it PR the agenda of sending the girls to school. Then female genital mutilation, MGM. I have a friend, Fatu Baldi, a Gambian friend. We work together within the ECOWAS sub-region on a number of issues. Today she's a doyen in the Gambia worldwide because she is now fighting MGM, which is still a major issue in the Gambia. But if you think back now, I'm not going to do 35 November women. And how many decades ago? To make it a crime for our little sisters to go through that kind of body mutilation. Very significant. Traditional birth attendants, TDAs. Utiama mama mojiji jijawo ewe nkurasi umunku school da umutina classroom da but women no jijawo. At a point in time when the 35 December women movement decided to up their skills, and specifically in rural areas, using lanterns, gas lights, and candles to midwife people, those women were given training, given certificates, just to boost what it was that they were doing. If you come by the fireside, GTV, the use of folklore, so the folkloric aspect of nation building and helping the children understand that you come from a unique space called Ghana, and within the Ghanaian folkloric space, this is what you can learn out of it. Yesterday as I sat in the house, and I just said, God, so why? I now understand why you made me eulogize Monaco doing much. For her to appreciate it during her lifetime. And yes, I'll be then as I'm talking to just but at least today, with honor, with humility, and with subtle pride, I can say that I eulogized Monaco not 20 years ago, this year 2025, and she's passing. Incidentally and interestingly, she was born on November 17th. So November 17th this year, she would have been 77. Wow. But only 5 years ago, I buried my daughter on November 17th. Yeah, she passed on the 7th of November. Rice himself passed on the 12th of November. And I buried my beautiful young daughter on the 17th of November. So, as we say, c'est la vie. May her gentle Anakonedu's soul rest in peace with all our human imperfections, as I am imperfect as you are imperfect. But if you put it in perspective and the constructive nature, look, even 31st, in terms of national security, Obi, all all across the country, those women in the villages, Otoli Pito, Otoli Ninsefu, Oyeni Millet, Oyeni Koku, Oyeni Kosi, but the kind of orientation that they got through the 31st December Women's Movement made them an integral part of the national security setup. So you go to that Pito joint and you are drinking and you are talking by heart against the system.
You don't know who is.
You go to the Pawine. You don't go to the Pawine base. One born out there. Say the Minyaku Ameya home. Masa. What you never near bedwawa. Who the information? If you can't say bedwawa. It kept. Look, from a sociologically, functionalist perspective, it kept society intact. And so that's what I'm going to do for you. And as it is, unless history changes drastically, she's going to end up as the longest ever serving First Lady of the Republic of Ghana.
Yeah.
And nobody will take it away from her, yeah.
And probably the most impactful.
Well, impactful, yeah, because of the length of stay. But otherwise, if you take it from those of us who are believers, you take it from the ministry of Jesus Christ, 3 years ministry, which still remains the most impactful since human existence. So, yes, for now, from the multifaceted angles that have come from, yeah, she's been very impactful.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe there's somebody who will come another beyond us who will only do 4 years, 8 years, and be more impactful. So, yes, for now I agree that she was very impactful, yes.
But it is from the okay, not to say the 31st December Women's Movement was not just amalgamation of women group across the country, a critical tool over the 19 years, right?
It was an extremely essential wing of the governance structure. I mean, like I'm saying, growing up in Burma camp. So, NDC, as we used to call her, Mrs. Cecilia Johnson, may also rest in peace.
Yeah.
She's also, as it were, resting in the morgue. She also passed about a month ago. So, and NDC and my late mother in Burma camp. So, what at that time, because NDC herself was a Burma camp woman, her husband, the late Colonel Johnson. So they had what we call the Armed Forces Wives Association, AFWA. So my mother and OPCC and co were part of the AFWA. Then when you extend it to the 31st, which was nationwide, you got me. These women really dug it in for the nation. And for those of us who saw what they did, yes, so 31st was not just a talk shop, it was not just an amalgamation of women, but it was women who were empowered to understand that role that they had to play in society beyond childbirth, beyond being, procreation, beyond just going to the market. No, you are an integral part of nation building, and let nobody devalue your role as nation builders. And I think that's the spirit that 31st breathed into the system. You know, yesterday somebody asked me, so what happened to 31st after we crossed over into democracy? That's when, the transition, and maybe the quick desire to walk away from everything that was NDC. Maybe today, with hindsight, if the NDC had held on to some of those structures, maybe, just maybe, the political party would be where we all wish that it would have been. Because you go into the places and some of those 31st buildings are just lying idle. It's like they have become an anathema. And nobody wants to touch.
So, even at least in the early 90s up to the late 90s, now 31st was still vibrant.
Yeah, but early 90s, late 80s into late 90s, Bekonedo was still very much there. Post 90, so so 92 years into 2000, yeah. But after 2000,
yeah,
2001,
after 2000 moment.
so yes, so we brought it along, yeah. So honestly, but I'm saying that beyond than what happened, and that is where also Ebi, we must be able to keep institutions beyond personalities. So when you see Koku Anyidoho, I mean, when I eulogize President Mills and I eulogize President Rawlings, today it's yes. We are here, and I say, yeah, we are here. I'm going to expiry date or your country. But the other, I'm recording here to a baton. Baton, I did to make a will be the yes. Into one of my about 2 or more. And not only here, you may be no. When you're from the country, let us say, you're real for Musa. And I'm there to say, yeah. And yet, and yet, Baku for you. It is always important. It means even here, say, yeah, yet teacher don't know the call, yet teacher don't know the call, teacher don't know the call. Into 31st, and like I'm saying, the Nako process a fee much we and that means one trust idea and also graphic online. We was a choice, you didn't want dance here. I was here a damas and some I met Nako after the free anti-for us. Mommy, madam.
Very well. My name say, Bibiania, you best have a big comedy. Why?
I said,